Out to Mike Dunleavy. Chris Ford jumping out on him. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And Moses Malone gets the Houston Rockets started.
Well, that to take to start the game. He did it up in Boston in the last game also. He should try to get himself an easier one or a layup to get off.
Billy Paul sits, and this is
the team that has had the most turnovers is the team that is
Robert Reed able to save. It had been touched by the Boston Celtics. No backcourt. Dunleavy, this crowd is really alive right now. Moses Malone brings it down. He got it in despite a partial block by Robert Parrish. And it's 50 seconds left in this first period. Still, the Celtics haven't scored. Now they have, as Robert Parrish has scored 18 points in the last 2 games. Play well the last 2 times out. Ford from outside. Parrish with another rebound. And Parrish has scored all 4 points for Boston. And down around now. Robert Reed. Reed has been struggling from the field. Carol Dawson, the assistant coach of Houston, said if we could just shoot 45% the next 2 games, we could win it. Archibald has tied it up. Points, and then quickly, the Boston Celtics explode at the other end of the floor. Billy Parks using that glass effectively, and the Rockets lead by 2, 8-6. Paul.
I was going to say Ford did the right thing, though. He had to take it in closer for the shot or take the three-pointer. Don't just stand there in no man's land.
Cedric Maxwell, beautiful play on his part. Larry Bird brings it down, and Dunleavy, who had 28 points in that win Sunday, not hitting from outside. Maxwell up to Robert Parrish, and he is dead-eye from outside. Missing Bird with a rebound. 5 minutes to go, first period. Bird already with 4 in this game. Here is Parrish, Robert Parrish, and Parrish now with 8. Parrish on the shot clock. Reed, there's Parrish bringing it down. Off it comes to Chris Ford. Ford to Maxwell. Out it comes to Ford. Good ball movement. Larry Bird. And Maxwell with a beautiful follow tip. Maxwell now with 4 points.
There's the shot going up by Paulson. Was off the Bird for the rebound. Tiny off on the break. Gets a little pressure from Henderson. No foul. Now he throws it behind. There's Parrish. Just to reach back for it. The pass was to him. Lays it in the back.
went out, or Kansas City when Sam Lacey went out, they didn't have anyone to guard him. In this case, they have 2 or 3 guys.
Dunleavy gets one. 23-18. Henderson. Bird is back. 3 on 1. Robert Reed. And all of a sudden it's a 3-point game. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Archibald on the move. Rebound, Reed. You see the time left. Robert Reed makes it a 1-point game. 25-24. Reed with 6 points. We'll take a look as Rick Barry will analyze the first few games of this series, as Larry Bird now has 6 points. Clinton High School in the New York area, who's produced some outstanding high school players. Robert Reed, quick move. Reed powering inside, and Reed with 8 points. He and Malone now watch those closely, because if Boston turns them over too much, they've been in trouble in this series thus far. Maxwell just doing some hard-nosed work inside. Still halftime. Henderson off to Reed. Reed against Ford now. Ford 3 inches shorter.
Good interception.
Look at Malone. Malone working the board.
Hawks intercepted that. As much on Bird as Reed. So Reed is a much more disciplined player.
And of course that change coming when Reed moved out to the guard spot. Moses Malone, and now it's 35-32. Nice pass intended for Reed, but Bird was there. He anticipated. Archibald, Rick Roby. Hey, Roby used that left hand as much as he does his natural right hand. He would be tough on Willoughby. Here's Robert Reed. There's McHale. McHale in 1 game has been in double figures. Hasn't played all that much. ML Card. There's the Celtic fast break.
And they're going to be careful that they have to start playing the Celtic game to catch up. That was a good defensive play by Bird there. He anticipated it. He saw the play coming up.
And you see, good move by Roby, kept his composure, and the defensive man Willoughby came by, and he was able to hold on to it. There you see another angle on it. Bird anticipating the pass beautifully from the defense on the forward on the right side. Gets it off to Tiny. The Tiny with a nice pass. He knew his man Roby was there all the time. There he goes by. Willoughby lays it up at the left hand. The one thing that Larry does that's so good, get it back.
Now this ties the biggest lead of the game, as Boston had a 7-point lead in the first period, and now with a 7-point advantage, Henderson. Malone follows. I believe it's Malone that will get credit for the basket, and does. minutes left in the second period. Billy Paultz with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Reed, 3, 2. Reed hit it. It will count, and a foul underneath the basket. Kale looking to Larry Bird. You can hardly hear it, so loud here. Enthusiastic crowd with 3 minutes in this first half, and Bird hit a tough shot. The guy's not shooting well. That was not an easy shot.
Heel back. He'll know it when he's got it.
12 points now for Bird. Reed inside. He made some quick moves. A 2-point game again. Reed with 16. He's headed for a big night here in the Summit. Rick Roby. Billy Paultz tried to block it, and Roby just powered it in. Reed and Dunleavy. And there are the stats thus far. 53. The Rockets much better than they've been shooting the series. Moses Malone. Malone's up. You can see him in the background. Let's steady this thing down as you see the time remaining in the first half. Archibald. Somebody must have looked the wrong way. He took advantage of it. A win here. The Celtics with their 14th NBA World Championship flag. If not, it's Game 7 Sunday. Cornbread Maxwell. And Maxwell starts them out.
Both teams have got to play well. If they want to win this game.
Cornbread with Moses on him. They double team him, and that leaves Bird. And Bird with a reverse makes it 57-49. Larry with 14.
And with the body, when he fell down, he landed on Reed's foot.
Reed seems to be okay. He reties the shoes. Cedric Maxwell has 3 fouls. Didn't see a lot of action in that first half of play. In fact, he only played 9 minutes. Here's Billy Paultz. Sweeping, hooked by the Whopper. This in the first half. Maxwell off to Robert Perry. Paultz staying tough on him, but Perry's dead center with another one. Beautiful jumper. He has 12 points. Off to Tiny Archibald. You see Maxwell filling the lane, also Ford, but they hold it up. Larry Bird. Bird is 4 of 10 in the first half. Now he's timeouts. Is that hand-to-eye thing, or?
Yes.
Here is Malone. He's had a tough time, but a lot of that pressure put on by Boston has made it difficult. Dunleavy hits from outside.
Working hard to get that ball inside.
And Archibald, there's Dunleavy down again. Chris Ford hitting. Ford now with 4 points.
Now sometimes.
Look at Reed get back on defense. Reed hustling. Chris Ford, Larry Bird, Robert Perry.
Hey, that was some pass by Bird, left-handed behind the back, and that was not a hot dog fancy pass. There's Reed with the great speed that he has. He catches Cornbread, cuts off the path. Cornbread makes a nice hook pass over to Chris. Chris drives in, he draws traffic. Look at this nice back-off pass to Bird. That was with the right hand, I'm sorry. Bird with the right hand, spin around behind his back, super pass, nice basket. It was a great pass, even though it was right-handed.
I was going to say him. He's checked in at guard now for Houston. He's played very well in this series. There's Dunleavy again. Robert Reed. Look at him get up. Robert Reed now has 20 points, his first points of this second half. 70-63. He had, remember, in game 1, 27 points, and he had in the regular season of play 32. That basket going to Archibald. He has 9. 72-63. Tiny has not scored all that much in the series, below his seasonal average. Part of that due to the injury. And Billy Paultz has a hot hand. Paultz now has 4 field goals and 14 points for the game. 72-65. Again, the crowd picking up the intensity here. The noise level. Larry Bird, that basket will count, and he's fouled. Robert Reed committing a foul, and Bird with a chance for a 3-point play. Free throw percentage, so you don't expect him to miss very many. Backing up. Reed, off balance shot. And Bird now runs like that, didn't you?
Yeah, players like that. There's some players when it gets down that last quarter, they don't mind giving up the shot. Let somebody else take it.
Elbow to the midsection. Reed on the middle. Bird brings it down. Bird out to Cedric Maxwell. A minute 10 left in this period. Maxwell and Ford. Chris Ford has hit 3 key baskets in this period.
You know that outlet
World Championship flag. There's the time left in this third period. What a tradition Boston has, and they're trying to add to it. Archibald, remarkable shot.
That hurt
the period.
That hurts bad.
As now Boston has made a run of 10-2 to take this 15-point lead of 82-67.
I would say up mountain struggle, not a hill.
Maxwell into Parrish. Parrish against Malone, and Robert covered. Parrish hits another 2. He has 16. Pick up Calvin Garrett. Tom Henderson out to Willoughby. Calvin Garrett, difficult shot. 10-point game. Willoughby with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Reed with 4. It's an 8-point game, and this place is erupted again. Trying to get out of there alive. And Reed comes up with it. Houston now has a chance to cut it to 6. Reed off to Calvin Garrett. It's a 6-point game. Incredible come from behind by this Houston team. Boston is called for a timeout. Maxwell out to Tiny Archibald. To Larry Bird. Parrish, he's going to try to do something about it and does, and that was a big basket for Boston.
Every basket's big for Boston right now. As
on the shot clock. 4. Broken up. Willoughby to Henderson. Tom Henderson. It's now 86-83, a 3-point game.
Garrett hit Larry Bird right in the face.
Garrett with his first personal foul. Larry Bird, and he's going to hit those pressure shots now. 88-83, 4 minutes left as you see it. In the background there, yelling to his team with 3:37 left. Larry Bird again. Oh, as he hits some pressure-packed shots.
Well, that's why the man, I think, is a great player. Because this foul, that's only 3, you see 14 fouls, I believe, now.
Cedric Maxwell.
Well, that's a big play by Maxwell. That pass wasn't exactly right on the money, Bill.
19 points. Willoughby to Garrett. Calvin Garrett. Dead center. 92-89. Garrett with 8 points. All of them in this 4th period. This earlier, Bill. There's some guy. A 3-point play by Larry Bird.
Bird with the shot. Now watch his reaction afterwards. I think he wanted that one.
Boy, Chris Ford was jumping straight up in the air, too. He was not 5 feet away from him on that, and he was a minute away from it, and there's a steal by Calvin Garrett. Garrett's with the steal. Up to Reed. Henderson. Back to Robert Reed, and Ford comes up with it. And a foul will go on Robert Reed, and that will be 5 on Reed. And in the playoffs, $422,500, and there's the champagne as they prepare themselves for what would be their 14th world title.
Now that's Barry. They're opening it. Now, if a miracle were to happen, they'd have to carry it all the way to Boston.
Well, Rick Barry is in there, and we'll be going to him.
$1,900.
$1,900?
In fact, their playoff share now was more than my salary was the first year I played.
And there's the trophy that will go to the Boston Celtics.
The teams, that even the ones that lose here, usually are a better team for the next season.
Well, Bill, again, though, Houston had to win a 3rd game in L.A. They had to win a 3rd game in San Antonio.
A world champion.
2 years ago, they won, what, 29 games? There's Fernston, who comes in with the steal, and so the Boston Celtics are going to be the 1981 NBA World Champions. Their 14th flag in the last 25 years. There's a foul now on Mike Dunleavy. The fans are up applauding a moment ago. There's Bill Fitch. I bet that backfield's a little better right now, don't you?
Oh, yeah, his backfield's a little better.
There's Kevin McHale coming in. High five. Larry Bird got a high five from everyone. There they are. And justifiably a very happy team. The best record in basketball during the Allen level. Fernston brings it down. You see 2 seconds, 1, and the world champion, the Boston Celtics. And so, the Celtics with their 14th flag. We will be presenting the trophy. Joining the Commissioner, Larry O'Brien, will be in the presentation area. We'll also be going to Rick Barry. And let's go to Rick now.
Bill, we have a very jubilant Boston Celtic team as they come into the locker room. Now the champions of the world, Larry Bird. Larry. Get some. Larry, come here.
Like always, guys just kept on playing hard. We got to come couple baskets, and we done it.
Well, this is one of the dangers of being in the winning locker room. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rick.
You're going to deserve it. Let's get Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish. Well, they're taking care of a little business with Robert. Robert, you had a great game out there. You were the fellow that got him going early, and you came back after that foul trouble. How does it feel to have it all?
It feels very good. I'm happy to win it all. It's that.
Okay, we let Robert go and dry off a little bit. Let's get some of these other players. ML, come on in here. I see you said you're going to do what you had to do to win, and you did it.
We went out and we played. We played the game the way the Celtics are supposed to play. Got to be the happiest moment of our life. Rick, I have a ring like you now.
All right, ready to go.
Okay,
Great job. Nice going. Cedric, come here, Cedric. Cedric Maxwell, the man who was voted the most valuable player by Sport Magazine. Gonna take care. Cedric, your feelings?
Hold on.
Bill Fitch has said, hold on for a second. He wants to say something to his ball club. Bill Fitch to his ball club.
Bill, where's Bill out?
Hey,
Get in here, everybody. Hold up,
we
everybody.
played together and we prayed harder together. Listen, bow your head silently.
Yeah, the prayer.
Thank God for all the blessings that we've had. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, you heard it. Bill Fitch and his team. Cedric, get back over here. Hey, Cedric, I'll tell you one thing. I really admire the way that you admitted the fact that you weren't ready after that second ball game in Boston, and you came back to really inspire this ball club. How does it feel to have been able to accomplish that?
Rick, it's a tremendous feeling. You know how it is when you win the World Championship. And by all means, everybody's standing up just cheering. And I'm just lost for words. It's just a tremendous feeling.
Listen, enjoy
Thank
it.
you. All right.
Tiny.
Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom!
Tiny.
I'm home!
All right. Tiny, come here, Tiny. Tiny Archibald. Little man here, but a big man out in the court. The man who directed the attack. Super job out there, Tiny. Had 9 assists in the first half. You've been hurting all this series with the leg. How do you feel about winning it?
Well, I thought we had to keep our poise tonight. I knew they was going to come out fired up. It was just going to be, hopefully, their last game. And we played well. We tried to run the fast break and execute and just go at them. That's all. Just go at them.
How much does the leg really bother you?
Well, you see, I didn't penetrate as much as I could, but I just try to pick my spots and try to keep the team going. And that's my job, Rick, not to score anymore, but keep the team going. And I'm glad we just won.
Hey, listen, join the fellas. Everybody's going out. They've all left.
The world champion Boston Celtics. You saw the excitement in the dressing room. They've now come out here into the trophy presentation area. We have with us the commissioner, Lawrence O'Brien.
Thanks, Harry. First of all, I'm sure nobody will mind. Let's say a good word for the Houston Rockets. They did a terrific job, and they do right. And the people of Houston should be proud of them. Gavin Maloof wants to shake hands with Harry Van Goren and congratulate him, the owner of the Rockets, the owner of the Celtics. And now, for the 14th time in the history of the world champions. Go right out! Go right out! Red Auerbach, Bill Fitch, and all the players. Will Harry Van Goren come over here? Harry? I'm going to let you hold it. To the world champions, the world trophy. You are truly the champions of the world once again. Here we go.
Well, thank you.
And this belongs to you permanently, Harry.
That's the new one. Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish.
All right, let's bring Harry. Do you have something you'd like to say?
Well, I would like to say that it's really been a wonderful season. We have wonderful players, a wonderful coach, and of course, Red, this is old stuff for him, but it's new for me.
I think that... Bill, does your back feel a little better right now?
It does, Gary. I just want to tell you this for all those who got bad backs.
Hey, Red, when did you light that cigar? Did you light it to the last second?
No, the last minute.
Okay, now what excitement here as this 1980-81 season has come to a close. The MVP is Cedric Maxwell, who had 24 points, 28 in the game that they won Tuesday, and coming back so strong in this game tonight as the Boston Celtics are the 1981 NBA World Champions.
As you know, Bill Russell, Rick Barry, and I have been on camera. We've gotten a lot of the credit for a lot of the fun that's gone on throughout the course of this season.